Hello there. So today we're going to be approaching burgers, but I'm not saying there's anything wrong with burgers in a bun. That's really delicious. But we're just going to do something a little bit different today. So we're going to do, first of all, some Yorkshire pudding mix. If you do this exactly, you will get a perfect Yorkshire pudding or batter pudding every single time. There is a twist in it that people will go, no, but look, do it. Okay, so first of all, you need to measure the eggs. Okay, so I'm using 3 eggs. These are fresh from the farm this morning. There we go. I like using the Rannicky eggs because you put them in a cake or a Yorkshire or anything like that. They really do the job. They puff up beautifully. Okay, so we've got 171 grams. So now we're going to reset. Grab our flour, which I should have got beforehand, and we want to put 171 grams of plain flour, not self-raising. Okay. This is good for toading the whole Yorkshire puddings, whatever. But do it exactly. He says doing too much. There you go. There we go. 71. Now, 171. Now, reset the scales again. And now I'm just going to go and get some cold water. Okay, so now we're going to put cold water, not milk. This is going to give you a lighter, much better textured Yorkshire pudding. I know everyone says you've got to use milk, but look, don't. You can if you want, but it's, you know, people moan, my puddings flop, they do this, they don't do that. Try doing it with water, you'll be surprised. So we want 171. There we go. But a tiny bit too much. Let's take it out. There we go. So 171 there. And then we want a pinch of salt. And then we're just going to whisk it. You don't want to whisk it too much because all the time you're whisking, you're making gluten. And we don't want gluten. So even if you've got a couple of lumps there, don't worry about it. It's going to sit for half an hour and then you're going to give it a little mix then. So that'll all come out then. So there we go. That's the Yorkshire pudding mixture. This will not fail. Every single time this will be good. Okay, so that needs to sit for a good half an hour. Meanwhile, we're doing some other bits. I've got some potatoes. These are from the farm, Rannicky. I'm using the Kerr pink because I want a floury. We're going to do a really nice creamy mash that's going inside of the Yorkshire. I've got all from the farm again. Got some beautiful leek, lovely fresh carrot, really fine julienne of white cabbage. Now what I'm going to do is bring a pot of water to the boil, salty water, whack all that in, wait till it boils, leave it for 1 minute and then drain it. And then we're going to finish it with butter, grated nutmeg, salt and lots of pepper. I'll show you the seasoning. I won't show you the boring bit of cooking it. It's just boiling. We know how to boil. And I'll show you the seasoning of the mash as well, because we're going to do that with some mustard and stuff and cream. So I'll get on with that. Okay, that's rested a while. So I've got 2 Victoria sandwich sponge tins, whatever you call them. They're hot. They've been in the oven. I've got the oven on 190 degrees. We're going to use some dripping. This is, I mean, you can buy dripping, but this is, each time I roast or do a bacon or something, I'll tip it in there. So you've always got fresh dripping. So that's probably a bit of pork, a bit of beef, some bacon. But it's worth doing. Just keep all your meat fats for cooking. Now these are going to go in until I can get them smoking hot. Oh, that's fully rested now, and you can see the lumps are sort of gone. But it is important not to over whisk these things, and certainly don't get an electric one. It really ruin it. So I'm going to get the pans out of the oven now. Right, little wisps of smoke coming off of that, so that's hot enough. So we're just going to put a ladle of mixture in. Each, that's all we need. There's a bit of spare. Incidentally, you can use that to make pancakes. So they're going in the oven. They're going to take about 20-30 minutes. Don't keep opening the oven door. Do not open that oven door until you're taking them out. As soon as you do, they'll start to flop. Just thought I'd show you the shot of the oven. This is after about 5 minutes. You can see by using the water, they've instantly gone wallop. Have that, and they've climbed up. Again though, don't be tempted to open the oven. It's really, really important. The main thing people do wrong with the Yorkshire is open the oven and let it flop. So there you go, that's after sort of 5-10 minutes. Right, so that's my tatties cooked. I'm just going to pass them through this to mash them down, and then I'll show you how to season them. Okay, seasoning the potatoes. So we're going to start with a little bit of Dijon mustard or French mustard, about a teaspoon or so. Dribble of cream. I'm using double, but single would do. Good wad of butter. The essential black pepper, bucket loads. Whoa, get it in there. And some nice fresh sea salt. And we'll give that a mix. And then we'll adjust the seasoning, and maybe it will need a bit more cream, maybe it won't. Meanwhile, while that's happening, over the back here I've got some butter melting. I've got the vegetables we did earlier. As I say, we put them in boiling water, brought them to the boil, 2 minutes, drained them. That's the end result. Into that we're going to put freshly grated nutmeg. Don't bother with powdered nutmeg, it doesn't have any flavour at all. Okay, guess what? A good hit of black pepper. And some sea salt. Let that gently cook there. Here we have 2 of the lovely Ranaki beef caramelised onion burgers. So pop that in there. That one there. Let them gently cook. Now take some of your favourite gravy, whatever brand you're going to use, and into that we're going to put 1 teaspoon of lovely horseradish. There we go. Little stir in. That's going to make a huge difference to the end dish. So, right, we've got everything cooking now. We're just finishing off the Yorkshires, and I'll show you when we start to assemble. Now I've just tasted the seasoning on this. The seasoning's perfect, but we do need a bit more cream in it just to soften it down a bit. So there we go. Okay, just showing you these. Look, you'd think, oh, let's open the oven and take them out. No, not yet. Not yet. Wait till they're really, really cooked. If you look inside, you can just see a bit of paleness. That wants to all be brown. Okay, so that's another 5 minutes. Don't open the oven. I can see the coloration around the edges and that. They're fine. We can now open the oven at long last. It takes about 20-25 minutes. But please, just don't keep opening the oven. Okay, you can see I've taken them out. I've just turned it upside down, let that bit of dripping come out. So put it on there. Let's just zoom in a wee bit. You can see it. There we go. Pop that on there. So first thing, we're going to go wallop with a nice bit of mashed tatty. I use the ice cream scoop just because it's easier to drop it off. Then we've got a lovely veg. It's got a really nice scent of the nutmeg coming off it. So we're going to pop that in there like that. Beautiful farm fresh veggies. Look at that. And this horseradish gravy is just going to really bring it all together. Now we've got the lovely burger. Really smell the beef out of this. That's going there. And then last but not least, we've got a lovely horseradish gravy. And we're just going to get and go wallop. Now I want to get it over the edges as well. I mean, look at that. How good's that? Give it a bash, guys.